I'm just wild about Harry, and he's just wild about me. The heavenly blessings of his kisses puts me in ecstasy. He's sweet like chocolate candy, or like the honey from a bee. I'm just wild about Harry, and he's just wild about. Cannot do without. He's just wild about me.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to That Dog Training Show with Tanya Yarbrough. Yes, I'm still here. I know you were hoping I was going to be hit by a bus, but I stay away from those suckers. Anyway, this is episode number 30, and last week I had announced that I was starting 2 new classes very quickly into September, but the building in which we are having the classes is not quite ready, so we are going to we're going to postpone it for October. So watch out for that at bluecollarworkingdog.com. Today, I have a guest, Monique Madrid. Yes, and she sounds as pretty as her. She is as pretty as her name sounds. That's what I meant. I haven't been drinking, so I have a problem with dyslexia. So anyway, she found me, actually. She's part of a comedy show that includes a dog, because we all know that the dogs are the funniest, and we're just supporting actors when it comes to that. And so I wanted to introduce you. Monique, say hello to everybody.
Hello to everybody.
And everybody is just one person.
Yeah, it's the other guy.
Yeah,
in
it's
there.
like
How you
that.
doing? All right. That's right. I can say hello to him again.
Yeah, there you go. That's only him there sitting on the, on the engineer board with his own set of headphones because he's not going to share. So anyway, so you guys, you have I want to say guys, but I'm going to let you introduce the whole thing.
Sure.
How did this get started? What's the name of your show? How to get started? Let's roll with it.
All right, rolling with it. So the show is called 2 Girls, 1 Pup.
Sick.
And it has been, I have no idea what you're talking about. It is the comedy show you can bring your dog to. And it is the first Sunday of every month at the Tailwaggers Pet Store in Hollywood, so the one off of Franklin and Bronson.
Okay.
And it's exactly that. It's a comedy show that you can bring your dog to.
Okay, great.
It's amazing, yeah.
All right, so now how did this get started? I mean, 2 girls and a pup, how did this where'd this come from?
Well, I moved to Los Angeles from Chicago almost a year ago. Oh, my God.
Oh, well, honey, I've been here 20, so you were just barely starting.
God, I can't even believe it. Yeah, it's like my 11-month anniversary now. And I was really active in the comedy community in Chicago, and moving to LA, it's so big and you don't know where to start, and it's like you're just flailing out here.
Oh, yes.
You get
that
it.
would be normal. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it will continue that way, but I just started brainstorming and trying to come up with some kind of show or something that I could do that would give me structure, it would get my name out there, it would be a chance to meet comedians and just be a part of the community.
Right.
Outside of just doing open mics, which are awful and I hate them.
Oh, she's on a mic now.
I'm
Watch
just
out.
saying, they're tough.
Yeah.
They're tough. They're
Yeah,
important
they are.
and they're good to do, but they're tough. So I wanted just an opportunity to get out there. And I lived really close to the Tailwaggers Pet Store.
Right.
And I have a dog who, if anyone that knows me, I'm obsessed with my dog because he's just the best.
Okay.
His name is Comet. And we were in the Tailwaggers Pet Store, and I noticed that they often did adoption events, and just they have a great big space in there. And I thought,
Right.
why not do a comedy show here?
Right.
And it sort of has evolved from there. So I talked to my then roommate, Lauren Ashley Bishop, who's an amazing comedian and very well established out here. And the two of us started this show, and one thing just grew from another. It started as, hey, let's do a show you can bring your dog to. I always give credit to my husband for coming up with the name, 2 Girls, 1 Pup.
No, so he's the sick one. Got it.
Again, I have no idea what you're talking about,
I don't know what I'm talking
guys.
about either.
And as we were planning and trying to come up with, just figure out what the show was going to be, I realized that Tailwaggers has a nonprofit organization called the Tailwaggers Foundation, which it's a really great foundation that they actually help. They fund other nonprofit organizations to help sick and injured animals.
Right.
So I think when we realized that not only could we do a cool show, that would be different, but we could actually help animals. We were both really, really excited about it. And so now all of the proceeds from the show go directly to the Tail Waggers Foundation.
Right. Now, I understand it's like a donation sort of thing, right?
It's
is. Not set, okay, it's not a set ticket
thing.
It is.
It's a $5 donation. And if you can't give $5, that's fine. But come on, give $5. Don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
But you know what? The thing I like to say is it's not just a show, it's an event. And that sounds like a line, like some sort of cheesy.
It does, like somebody from Chicago would say.
Gross, right?
You know?
I know, it's gross.
Like pushing the lines
I can't get it out of me. I was there for so long.
It seemed great.
But it's true. It is an event because you show up at 7. We have a red carpet event, including the paparazzi.
Oh.
We have, actually starting this month, we have a red carpet correspondent who's going to be interviewing the dogs, and maybe they're humans. We'll see.
We'll see if they're worth talking to.
Probably not. Not usually, but that's fine. We have a doggy caricature artist, so you can get your dog's caricature drawing. We have free popcorn and beer.
Yeah.
We have raffle prizes. Actually, you're one of our sponsors this month.
This month, yes, you get. What did I give you? A seminar? Yeah, I gave you
one of your
for 2 people. Yeah, my Pack Leadership 101 seminar. Which the next one is the 21st, September 21st.
And I've heard great things about it. I actually dog sit a couple little pups a couple times a week, and their owner was raving about it. So, and I hopefully will take comment. Oh, I know you don't bring the dogs to it, but I will learn stuff to take
will learn
home
stuff.
to my dog.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, every month we have human and dog raffle prizes, so you can buy additional raffle prizes. That's another way that we raise money for the foundation. And then we have amazing comedians.
So you guys have a lineup of comedians that come in.
We do
the show. You kind of you and Laura, if she's not
Lauren.
too busy. Lauren, she's not too busy. You guys can you open it up and then
exactly. Yeah, Lauren's been this lady.
She's working.
She's great. Yeah, she's a hardworking comedian. So she's out there, and so sometimes she's able to host with me, and other times she's out on the road doing her thing. So this month, actually, I have a great comedian named Lisa Loretta. She actually happens to be from Chicago. She's going to be my
it's
co-host.
like amoebas; they stick together.
We are
that.
taking over.
Oh,
I'm telling you,
God.
there's a wave.
It's been starting since the 70s.
Well, it
I
doesn't.
think. Yeah.
I don't think it hurts that it was like the worst winter in 30 years.
Well,
recently.
that'll kick your ass right
That'll
out
get
of Chicago.
You here. Yeah,
Yeah,
as
not
hard
to
as
New
LA.
York.
Yeah, as hard as LA is, at least it's warm.
That's what I said. You
Yeah.
know, I was like either New York or LA, and I was like, if I'm going to go homeless, it's going to be in LA. You know what I'm
You're gonna
saying?
have a better tan
That's
here.
right. Well, then not freeze to death.
Exactly.
All right,
So Lisa Loretta is my co-host this month, and our comedians are Sarah Schaefer, Randy Leidke, Deborah DiGiovanni, Tamara Catan, and Julia Prescott. And then I have this amazing duo named Glazer and Woods. Chris Woods is a violinist. He's
really
been on America's Got Talent, and he just recently played on the Grammys. And him and Michael Glazer, also from Chicago. I know.
You crazy lady.
Bringing them in. They do just this amazing show, actually at the UCB Theater called Truth, and with Lisa Loretta, actually. And I saw them, and it's been fun. I saw them. I thought they were amazing. They do a whole... Just come to the show and you'll see. It's a
so
violin,
it starts at
it's comedy.
7 p.m. Okay.
Yeah, the red carpet part starts at 7. The comedy show starts at 7:30.
Okay.
And we do fun bits and games, and the show is not about dogs. We're not, we tell the comedians, do your thing. You don't have to talk about dogs. But the front row is our VIP, very important pup section. It's all dog beds. So you're performing to dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. And you just have a safe, non-P zone distance. I'm sure they're pretty good.
No, you occasionally get someone that, there's sometimes
you know some better dogs than I do.
I mean, sometimes we're performing and dogs are humping or dogs are barking or, that's their own way.
It's good distraction work for comedians.
Exactly.
Who needs a heckler? You just need
deal
some
with a heckler,
dogs.
right? When it's a golden retriever heckling, how do you handle that?
Yeah, right. When somebody's starting to eat, treats off the rack,
right.
how do you, a little... pickpocket situation.
Well,
how do you do that sort of thing?
It's so fun. When I started telling people about the show, they would be like, well, what if it's chaotic?
You're like, what is
well,
it not
shit.
chaotic?
Yeah, we invited dogs to our show. Of course it's going to be chaotic. I want it to feel like a circus. It's just fun and crazy, and there's little booths of things going on, and as the show's expanding, people are stepping forward and more things are being offered to the show. Like this month, Runyon Canyon Apparel, which is a new startup company that all their products are made in America, and obviously they were inspired by LA Runyon Canyon. And I approached them and said, would you like to, your new startup, would you be willing to donate something to a raffle? And not only are they donating a gift certificate towards the raffle, they're going to give every dog that shows up to the show on Sunday a free bandana.
Well, I'm totally going then.
Right?
Yes.
They're so
I hope
cute,
they have small ones.
It's
for little dogs.
Well, you can wrap them around a couple of times.
We'll work it out. I have a sewing machine. We'll figure it out.
There we go.
Yeah. So, so you've got this. How long has this show been going on?
This is our 6th month.
You're 6 months. So you've been doing this about as long as I've been doing the podcast.
Yeah.
Holy garbage.
Right?
She's like the stars aligned. That's crazy.
It's a lot of work, but man, it is rewarding and fun. And I think as more people are hearing about it, like I said, I now have a red carpet correspondent that's coming out. And the goal is we're going to do some sort of fashion police type of
you need your own Joan Rivers.
We're going to do a
God
post-red
right
carpet.
now. I think she's sick, right?
Well,
she's
in honor
the
of her, yeah. Hopefully she'll come out of
She's in
this.
her coma right now. That wasn't funny.
This is not
too soon.
This is not going in a good direction.
Just like this is what clearly I'm not a comedian.
I adore her though. I adore Joan Rivers, so this is absolutely in honor of her. We want to do a post red carpet videos, and there's so many places we could take the show that I'm really excited about it, and it's been exactly what I wanted to do, of come out to LA and kick some ass, and now I feel good because I'm not just a selfish comedian. I'm doing something good for a good cause.
Yeah, well, you can be selfish once in a while, like most of the week. Anyway, so actually, here's something. I'm going to just throw this out here because we didn't talk about it before the show. Okay. So this is completely improv. Okay. Oh my gosh, people. I've actually went to the first Golden Collar Awards 2 years ago.
Oh.
2 or 3 years ago. I don't know if it's still going on.
I don't know what it is.
But it is an award show for animal actors.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Okay.
So they had, because the red carpet thing.
Sure.
So maybe it's something to look into to get the comedians as part of this whole thing, or borrow some of the, just kind of spice it up a bit. So I don't know if it still went on because it was the first one.
Sure.
But it was a lot of fun.
That would be a blast. Yeah.
So that'd be a kind of a cool
thing. We talk about our tireless producer, Comet, who is my dog. So he, he's a star in his own right. So maybe we'll take him. Maybe he'll get an award.
Yeah.
He's not a good actor.
Well, he can fake it till he makes it, I
know.
guess.
He's pretty, he's a very passive-aggressive, stoic dog.
Well, that'll work.
Yeah. I mean, he can be a serious actor. He's the most serious of all of us.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I believe
for running a comedy show, but he's a good producer.
Okay.
So we got to keep him on board. Yeah.
He's got all 4 legs. He works for. Yeah, we were talking about how we're doing this show for Skittles, So I can't eat the Skittles, but if we can work out the dog food for a Comet, we're doing all right.
He'll do it for kibbles.
So how did you come about having Comet? Was this a dog that you found? Was this a dog you bought? And I have no judgment, by the way. I have absolutely no judgment. Sure. I do not care. I just want to know the story of Comet and you.
Well, so my husband and I, we lived in Chicago for years.
She keeps rubbing that shit in.
I know. I'm sorry, but Chicago's amazing.
Okay, that's good. Pizza's awesome.
We lived in Chicago, and for years I was begging for a dog. To the point that we would make bets. Like at one point I went to get a new driver's license picture, and I said, hey, if I can take the world's worst driver's license picture, can we please get a dog? That's a lot at stake. That's 4 years of a bad picture.
Female offering herself up like that. That's huge self-sacrifice.
First of all, I want a dog, and second of all, I want a dog. That's the most important thing.
Okay.
So I did this whole thing. I go to the DMV. It was like the most heart-racing, exciting moment of any DMV experience I've ever had. I took the picture. It was horrible.
Right.
And then they called me back and they made me retake it.
Bitches.
So it was like a slightly worse picture. We had friends of ours that knew we had a bet. They didn't know what was at stake. Vote on it. They said it wasn't good enough to win. So I just had a kind of shitty driver's license picture for 4 years and no dog.
I know.
Flash forward to a few years, like maybe 2 years ago, I just still really wanted a dog, but we're so busy. We don't have time. My husband's also an actor and a comedian, and so somebody had told me about how Paws, which is a no-kill shelter in Chicago. Sorry to mention Chicago again.
Golly.
The C word. This no-kill shelter, Paws, they do a, what is it called? A foster program. So you take a dog in for a couple weeks.
Oh, see, that sucks them in, doesn't it? It just melted your husband's little heart.
Actually, the first dog we got was a little puppy, and I promised I wouldn't keep him. I wouldn't beg to keep him, and we had this puppy. His name was Ray. He was adorable. Gave him back like we were supposed to, both of us crying. It was awful. But then a couple months later, I think we were just really missing dog time, and we were like, let's let's get another dog for 2 weeks.
It broke the ice, didn't it?
This time we'll get an adult dog because we didn't want a puppy. They're a lot of work. And that entered Comet. He is a 6-year-old dachshund mix. And within 2 days, I was like, oh, I'm not